Hi guys, my name's Amber. Welcome to my video and welcome to my channel. This is my first YouTube video, so thank you so much for coming here. I really appreciate it. So my channel is not going to be about anything you might think it's going to be about. If you know me, this video is not going to be about glitter. Glitter is my life. I hope you know that. It's not going to be about teaching. It's not going to be about science. It's not going to be about my job. It's not going to be about pageants. It's not going to be about many things that people know me for.
It's going to be about cleaning your house out.
I know, it's a scary concept, but I have been doing this for the last year or so. And I think it's going to help some people because this is actually a requested topic. Some friends asked me and said, wow, this would actually really help me. I can't believe you're doing this. You should make a blog. You should do videos. You should do something so we know how to start. We know how to do it. We know how to even fathom tackling it. So I'm going to try. I hope it helps someone. I hope it helps a few people. So to understand how I got to this point, I need to tell you a little bit about my story. So I currently live with my parents. I'm 28 years old. I know. Yeah, we're just gonna let that one sit. So I actually live with my parents for a reason. I did not move back in because I am a life failure. There's no shame of living with your parents. Many cultures do it, and multiple generations live in the same household. I've lived in Miami for 8 years, and that's how all of the South American cultures and Cuban cultures pretty much do it. So a lot of people live with their parents. That's fine. It's not my personal choice. I was an only child.
I'm a lone body. I like my own space. So sometimes it's a struggle.
And that's okay. But I moved back in for a reason. My dad had an accident about 2 years ago. He had an accident at work. I was currently teaching public school in Miami. I love my job. I love my coworkers. I love my students so much. I really miss all that. I love my beautiful condo in Miami that looked out over the beach. It was awesome. And I would not give that up lightly. I worked really hard. I went to the University of Miami for my undergrad graduate studies, and I decided to stay there because I really love the city. So this was a hard decision to make. But I made it for a reason. I really love my parents. They've always been supportive. They've always been there for me. So when my dad had this accident, I actually flew in the night after the accident. He had an accident at work overnight. So I flew in and was there by the next evening. He worked night shift. He's a night manager for a local grocery store. I will not tell you which one because it is still an active workers' comp case. So I'll leave out a few details. I left my job in the middle of the day. I was like, I gotta go. I have a family emergency. So I flew in from Miami to the Baltimore area, just because I knew it was going to be a bad one. I knew it was going to be rough. I knew that he needed to see specialists immediately, and I needed to be there to help my mom. My parents are a little older. I'm in my 20s, and they're in their 60s. They're mid-60s. So it's a little older than what most of my friends' parents are. Most of my friends' parents were turning 50, mine were turning 60. So they're a little older, but they're still pretty healthy. He's really good at his job. He's had it for forever. He was a night manager, and he was unloading a truck. It happened in a truck at work. And a 80-pound pallet. He was picking up an 80-pound pallet, and when he picked it up, it broke. And it hit him in the face. So he literally punched himself in the face with his fists and the wood bar. You know, those big wood slat pallets that they use to put construction material on, groceries on in the middle of the store. One of those broke in half and hit him in the head. So as you can imagine, he has some little bit of brain damage, but the worst part was the eye damage. So he ruptured a part of his eye. He tore his retinas. He tore muscles in his eye. That all sounds really disgusting and painful, because it is. Sorry. It's like, it's some of it when you think about it and you see what they've done to fix him, and you're like, it I just can't. I do like laser surgeries and stuff, and luckily we're past the latest laser surgeries right now, but there could be more later. There could be other surgeries as well. He might need things removed from his eye, scar tissue damage, things like that. So I kind of saw all this coming. So I decided that at the end of the school year, I would move back. I was fine. I was making money. I was saving tons of money. I was enjoying my life. I had friends down in Miami. So I had to uproot myself and bring myself home to help my dad. He can't drive. Still can't drive. He can't work. He still can't work. He can't be unchaperoned because he falls all the time. My dad is 6'9" and he falls. That's a long way to the ground. Like a long way. I don't know if you understand what 6'9" is, but it's taller than a doorway. Go look at your doorway. It's taller than that. So when he falls hard. He is a big man. He's a 250-pound, 6'9"
piece of muscle.
He's big. So when he goes down, it's rough. He hits his head on everything. So he's trying to watch his feet because he's dizzy. And then he hits his head on the doorways or a chandelier or something else that's low hanging that most people don't hit. You know, signs over a shop that you walk into. He hits those. So it's a little harder for him with this damage to his eye and his brain and his head. He gets terrible vertigo. I don't know if you've ever had vertigo, but if you've ever been super drunk, you probably know. Super drunk, but like all the time, and it's just normal life. I don't know how you'd live like that. So it's very hard for him to multitask, drive, walk, focus on things, even read, especially with the eye damage. It's very hard for him to see things. So his whole way of life has changed. Again, I saw this coming. So I moved back in with my parents. Here's the problem. We moved from California when I was a child. There are still boxes that have not been unpacked from California. My grandmother moved in at one point and then moved back out. So we accumulated a bunch of her stuff. And then before that, she closed her business down and we accumulated random things from that.
Like furniture, cubicles, light bars, filing materials, shelving units.
And then we have my dad's stuff, of course. We have my mom's stuff. And then we have my stuff from my childhood. We've never really cleaned that out. A lot of people can probably relate to that. And then we have all my stuff that we moved back from Miami. So there's multiple generations of multiple time periods that ended up in this poor little house. And we ended up getting a shed at one point to accommodate my grandmother's stuff. So now we have a shed and a house to deal with. Now what do I do? Our lives have calmed down. Now I attempt to clean out because the goal is to help my parents clean the house out, get them organized, so then when they decide to retire, they can go wherever they want, have everything set up for them. They're ready to pack, they're ready to move. So when they make that decision, they don't have to go through
2 years of chaotic cleaning or a year of cleaning or need to move in 2 months and realize this is not possible and things are just going to get chucked in a giant dumpster at this point or thrown in boxes, and they'll pay way too many moving fees for a bunch of unnecessary things that they don't want to bring with them that they haven't gone through.
So that's what I'm trying to help them with. I also need to go through my own things. So my childhood items, things that I left here while I was in college, things that I brought back from Miami. So I need to go through those items myself. I have started this process and I realized it is a whole process.
It is a whole thing.
I don't know if anyone has cleaned their house out before, but wow, there's a lot of stuff in houses. Even if you have a small space, you get a lot of stuff. Just stuff everywhere. Just everywhere. Everything. I just can't even begin to list the amount of things that you accumulate over your life. And it's a lot and it can be overwhelming. And that's what I'm going to get to in these videos. The fact that it can be overwhelming. You don't know where to start. You don't know how to do it. You don't know what the best thing is to do. And you need to start thinking about it. So even if you're not planning on moving, let's say you're doing some house renovations. Let's say you have life changes coming up that you're thinking about, whether it be retirement, moving to even a different house in the same city. Let's say you have kids leaving. You're going to have an empty nest now. A lot of these things can be addressed in cleaning your house out. So Now, I'm not no Marie Kondo, but I can certainly try to help you. That's for sure. Just from my own experiences. And I've definitely learned a lot from cleaning our own house out. So I think it's very important to share what I learn, and hopefully it'll help you. And even if not everything helps you, not all my videos help you, at least some of them will help you. So I actually already have, I kid you not, I already have 16 other videos planned besides this one. I have that much content to share with you, that many ideas, that much experience in just what I've done in the past 2 years. I'm no professional. I'm literally a scientist. So this is not my job. It's not my job. It's not my hobby, but I figured I'd share it with you because it'll help you out. Life is already tough enough without people trying to help you, you know, trying to help you control the chaos, try to help you find the calm. So that's what I'm going to try to do. And there'll be a little bit of glitter involved. It's always a good thing. It's always a good thing. So first, as a scientist, I must share scientific definitions with you. I know I said this video wouldn't be about science, but there's no one stopping me from dropping some science bombs and some glitter bombs, right? Right. Okay. So, entropy. It is my worst enemy. It might be yours too. You never know. Entropy is the lack of order or predictability and gradual decline into disorder. Sound familiar? Because it sounds familiar to me, right? You clean your room and a week later, it's a hot mess. What is going on? Entropy. Blame it on entropy. You don't have to blame it on your kids. You don't have to blame it on your spouse. You don't have to blame it on yourself. Just blame it on entropy.
So I love how all of my electronics are dying in the middle of my first video. So annoying.
So, I give you your first definition of entropy.
My worst enemy.
Next one, Newton's first law of motion. This is the law of inertia. The law of inertia states that an object at rest stays at rest. And an object in motion stays in motion, unless acted upon by an unbalanced external force. So, relating that to cleaning your house, if you leave it messy, it's going to stay messy. If you don't organize it, it's not going to organize itself.
I'm sorry, I don't have a magic wand for you that you can go poof, and then it's fixed.
So you can relate it to that in the manner that you have to be the force that cleans it. So if it stays at rest, if it stays in those piles, if it gathers that dust, if it's not in the right spot and it's just lost in the clutter, it's going to stay there until you address it. You have to be that force. You're a physical force. You're a force of nature. You can do this. I promise you. You can clean it out. It can get clean. It can look awesome. Okay, sorry, no more dance moves. I get excited. My dad and I do this open space happy dance when we clean something. It's really funny. We go in there and we dance, we move, we groove. We're like, oh look, it's a little open spot. It's great. So it's actually really good. Some of the parts of our house when we started this, I kid you not, I could have sent it to that show Hoarders, like where they, feature hoarders and like help fix their lives and get their lives back together. And I kid you not, they would look at the pictures and be like,
Nah, it's not good enough. It's close, but it's not good enough.
it'd be close. Certain parts of the house. Other parts of the house are livable. They're good. But things like your basement and your shed and stuff, they just get, there's not even a path left at some points. I'm sure some of you experienced this. Like that little path, and then the path gets blocked and the whole room is lost. It's gone. It's lost. Houston, we have a problem. Boom, done. What can you do? You gotta clean it. You gotta organize it. You gotta go through it. Those 2 terms for you, I hope they help you understand that you have to be the force. You have to be the change. So here's a few of the videos that I'm going to do for you that have been requested. So one of my videos is how you clean out. Literally, just how you do it. Some people just ask how. So we're going to answer some of the how, when, why, and wheres, which I think will really help. Number 2, why you're cleaning out. Yes, we're answering the why. And some of you are watching my video going,
well, duh, so I can have a good looking house.
No, some of you have a why You know, like, hey, am I planning for retirement? Am I planning for a move? You know, when I have that move, do I want to be stressed out with all the
Packing, moving, buying a new house, trying to find things, fly all over the place, look at new developments in neighborhoods.
No.
You don't want to be doing all of that and going through your house. You want that part done. You want that part done before you move, before you make those life choices. And also sometimes your why is you just want a new thing, you know, you want to redo your house. Maybe you want a new addition on your house. You don't want to migrate all that mess into the new beautiful addition on your house. You know, you want a better space. When you have a good environment for yourself, you want to respect yourself and your environment so you have good vibes. You just want a better space, and that's totally acceptable. And you should accept it. You should want better things for yourself. Life is already hard enough. It is 2020, y'all. You understand what I'm talking about.
You understand the struggle of this year.
So let's make it a bit better. Why not? The next video, how to work well with others while cleaning out. This is a struggle. And I know some of you are going through this. I know this is the reason some of you haven't started. This is the reason why some of you have stopped. This is the reason that gets you emotional. People are throwing things out and they're chasing it out into the dumpster, literally chasing it out into the trash, digging through the trash. Like,
why are you throwing this out?
People get upset. They get upset. Emotions are high. So you got to work well with others. So I want to tell you how to work with others and how you can start approaching that. How you can bring up the discussions if they haven't been brought up yet. Heck, you can even show them my video. Just slide it into their email, slide it into their DMs and be like,
P.S. This is for you.
Be passive aggressive about it. I'm also going to do a video on donation tips and then another one on selling tips. How to make money. That's the best part. I actually make a few $100s a week selling things that I found in my house. And it's been awesome. And I am on a high. It's been great. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of time. But I'm going to show you how to do it. Hopefully you'll learn how to do it so you feel like you're making progress and you're making a little bit of money while you're cleaning the house out. That's exciting, right? Yeah. Finding money while you're cleaning out. Not even physical money, just like items to sell, to share and repurpose to someone. And then you get money in exchange. That is the best thing ever. You get rid of junk and you get money back. Cha-ching. I need dollar bills. Where are my dollar bills? Oh, we got a 20 in here. All right. Okay, that just happened. Yep, it's happening. It's happening, folks. Get excited. Okay, next video topic. Where to even start. And I'm talking about physically where. Like where in the room to start, where in the house to start, where in your space to start. The next video is what to do to prepare to clean out. Yes, preparation is involved. Don't get discouraged, yes. I know some of you are like,
My prep? No.
I promise, it's easy. I will help you. I did it myself. The prep makes my life 90 times easier cleaning the house out, and it will make yours easier too. I promise you. It's simple, it's easy, it's cheap, it's fast. I promise, I promise, I promise. One of my videos will also be about storage. Everyone's got some kind of storage. You've all got things that you don't have out. You have things that you need to store. You have things that you don't, things that you use, tools, items that you don't, they're not really attractive. They're not decorative items in your house. You don't use them all the time. Maybe holiday items. So we'll talk about storage as well. How to store, where to store, what you should store. I will also have a video on what you want your space to look like. You need to plan what your spaces will look like before you start.
I'm not talking about getting an interior designer, designing your spaces, being like, oh, this sofa goes here, this piece of art will go here, my documents will go on this shelf.
Nope, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about what you want your environment to look like. Which room is going to be what? Are you going to restructure some of the rooms in your house? Maybe you have kids coming in, you need to restructure some of those rooms. Maybe you're an empty nester now and you're gonna repurpose your kids' room. Who knows? I'm gonna help you think about what you want your space to look like and how you're going to plan for that. My next video will be on reviews of popular organizing and cleaning out methods, such as the Marie Kondo method. Yes, I do have some of her books. I also have other organizing methodological, oh my god, I can't English, other books on cleaning methodologies. There we go, my English kicked in. Boom. I'll talk about that as well. Just some reviews on it, things that worked for me. I actually read some books. Some of these things worked. I was like, oh, that's a great idea. I tried it. It worked. Other things I tried, I'm like, this is not realistic for my life anyways. So don't be discouraged when you read some of those things and you're like, this is not going to work with me. So even with my videos, don't see me do something and you're like, I can't do that. It's not happening. And you get discouraged. Don't do it. You have to have different methods for different people, for different situations, for different houses, for different spaces. I promise, for different things. I'll try to help you as much as I can. And I'll tell you what worked for me, what didn't work for me. We're going to be real. We're going to be honest. We got a relationship. So I actually also read a book on going zero waste in your house. I, as a marine scientist, love the environment. I've had previous platform pageants.
Oh my god.
I've had previous pageant platforms based on environmental sustainability to protect our oceans, because that's something that's very near and dear to my heart. So I really wanted to go zero waste. This year, my New Year's resolution goal for 2020 was to try to go zero waste. Guess what? It's a lot harder than I thought. So yeah. So I'll tell you the struggles of that one, but I'll also tell you how I rethought my approach to it, how I rethought what I was going to do with that zero waste attempt and how I could get there. The goal is to get there, but I was feeling guilty about getting rid of all these things, and I'm like, this is not zero waste. I am increasing my waste as I clean the house out. This is crazy. So don't feel guilty about any of those things. I'll help you through it because I've gone through those same emotions. This is an important one. I will do a video on emotions and cleaning. So Marie Kondo touched on this, and that was probably one of my favorite parts of the Marie Kondo method, is your emotions while cleaning, the difficulty sometimes of approaching how to clean things out. I remember watching one of her episodes, and she worked with someone who had lost her husband and was trying to clean his things out after her loss. So there's a lot of emotions in fresh emotional scars like that when it comes to cleaning things out, but there's also just the straight up struggle of, hey, I like this item, I like this shirt, I don't want to get rid of it even though I don't fit in it anymore. It happens. That's fine. Emotions get high. We'll go through it together because I've gone through it. Trust me. You think I haven't done this without an argument or two or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or okay, I'm dancing again. I've lost my mind. I will also be doing a video on materialism and you. So, how materialism influences your life, how it influences my life, how to approach materialism, how it affects our personal finances, our economics, things like that. And it's not going to be a long-winded lecture.
Again, I don't have a degree in economics, materialism, anything like that. I'm just a little scientist that's trying to help you clean your house out.
Just to kind of approach the difficulties behind things and how we accumulate things and then how we get rid of things and how we transition things in and out of our lives. I will also do a video on actual cleaning methods. I'm just going to give you tips on how I clean as I go and weird things that I found that help me when to clean while you're cleaning out. My last video I had planned so far, I literally have 16 videos for you already planned. So that means I will come up with more in the future for you. The last one is the things that you find while cleaning out. And that's probably going to be my favorite video because it's always fun.
And absolutely horrifying at the same time.
Have you ever found something in your house you're like,
how did it get here? Why is it here? Whose is it? Why? And what? And also sometimes, ew.
I've had those moments where I clean things out and I open the box or I open the cabinet or I move a cabinet or something and I'm just like, bleh. The things you find and also the things you find and then you hardcore judge the other people in the house because you're like,
whoever this is cray cray. This is cray cray.
That is my first video. I hope that's a great intro. Thank you for coming to my channel. Thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate it. I will be posting videos every week and they will be up on Monday. So feel free to come back next Monday Bye guys, this was Amber. Thanks for joining me and let's clean out together.